I'm here with Emilie DeVito of the New Jersey Conservation Foundation, and he's going to talk about mature forests and the benefits that they provide as well.
Thanks. Well, we started preserving land in the Sourlands many decades ago in conjunction with Hunterdon County and Somerset County parks because it was a large forested patch. But now over the years, we've come to realize that it's even more important that we're working in this area because of the things that we need to do to combat climate change. These forests are not old by any stretch of the imagination, and all the recent studies show that the forests that we have here in the mid-Atlantic that are about 80 to 120 years old are accumulating carbon faster than at any time in the past. And so since we have to aggressively fight climate change over the next 50 years and try to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide that's being released into the atmosphere, we need to protect these forests and leave them and let them grow. The process now is called proforestation, letting the forests mature, letting them continue to sequester carbon rather than harvesting all this carbon. It was commonly thought only maybe 10 or 15 years ago that the best way to store carbon would be to rapidly rotate forests on an 80 or 100 year rotation. In fact, a Rutgers study in 2011 even suggested that we do this in New Jersey, but it's completely wrong. And what we need to do is leave our forests alone and let them grow. I'm not talking about the pine barrens, I'm talking about the deciduous forests of northern and western New Jersey, the Piedmont, the highlands, those rich soil areas, like here in the Sourlands. Now this oak tree is way over 120 years old. It's probably 150 or 160 years old, and it was probably one that the loggers skipped the last time that a lot of logging took place here, probably right between World War I and World War II. So this tree is one of the older trees in the forest because it was too young to be cut when the last time that there was a lot of work done here. This tree is not an old tree. Oak trees can live for 300 or 400 years. So the idea that this tree is getting old or somehow past its prime is completely ridiculous. This tree needs to sequester carbon for the next few centuries, and all the slightly younger trees around it need to do the same. When you harvest a tree, none of the roots get put into wood products, none of the branches get put into wood products, and even the trunk, which is made into veneer or something like that, there's a lot of waste and sawdust, and so very little of the tree actually gets put and stored into a wood product that's going to last for a long time. And all the roots and branches and sawdust and all those things rot and turn into carbon dioxide in no time. So what you need to do is leave the tree alone and let it do what it's been doing for the last few millennia in terms of the forests sequestering carbon and putting all that carbon back underground.